I'm gonna just let you do it. I couldn't imagine doing this with somebody in the room. So I already
Bro,
know.
I'm saying. All right, here we go. All right, what's up, family? It's your boy D for 3. We back again with another episode. I haven't really had like time to really like name this, so we just gonna have to keep it moving, bro. If you got any names, let me know. But we're here with a special guest today. One of my good friends, used to be my coworker, and we've been building a relationship. So hopefully we can further that. So we got Kory Cooley. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of people are gonna be wondering, who is Kory Cooley? So who is Kory Cooley?
Who is Kory Cooley, man? It's a lot of things. You know, I'm a retired hooper, children's book illustrator. I also teach spirituality, and you know, right now I'm a full-time so I'm a tattoo artist. Full time.
Okay. So, like, do you have any tattoos today? Like, you had to do?
Nah, I haven't had tattoos today. I had some this past weekend that came out really well. Okay. But I've been chilling this week. You know, cool. It's been too crazy this week. So you know.
That's cool. I saw you. Actually, I saw you on Instagram. You was hooping with was it Kenny?
Kenny, shout out about Kenny, dog. With all the hoop moves, yeah.
So you back out of retirement. What is it?
I've been thinking about listen. So look, since COVID hit, and after I stopped playing, I've been cooling for real, like taking a big break, a big break. I just kind of fell in love, but like, you know what I'm saying, just needed like just a breather. So I was thinking about my brother hit me up randomly. You know my brother? Yeah. A lot of people in the area know my brother. So like, he's like, bro, I might just make one more run at it. I'm like, damn. If you about to just make one more run, I got to. Right. Do you want to keep playing basketball? You know what I'm saying, or staying active? So like, you know, I want to still kind of be in the area, and you know, the DMV basketball scene is so crazy. Like, right. I want to kind of still be. I don't want to be like everybody else, like going that hard.
Yeah. I feel that.
You know, Piss League there, here and there. I definitely want to say still playing the Kenner if they ever bring that back up.
Right.
You know, in different little leagues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Goodman. It's like the culture type thing.
Right.
It's fun to be part of that culture.
Exactly. Now so when is like the first time you say you touched a basketball?
Expect me to remember that? No, I don't remember that. I definitely don't remember that. I'm sure my dad and my brother both played basketball way before I was born, so I'm sure that like they put it in my hand when I was young. I watched him. My dad, he got his jersey retired in his high school in Mississippi, so he probably watched him play it and pick up the ball a million times before I even knew what I was doing. So,
wow.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I would say for me it was kind of the same way. Like, my dad, like he played football, track, and played basketball. Okay. So he was like a triathlete, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
So, and my brother, he played basketball when he was younger, and then he kind of transitioned over to playing football. So he tells this one story where it's just like he was looking for me. I think I was like 4 or 5 or something like that. And he was looking for me at this 4th of July, like I think it was either 4th of July or Memorial Day, like little cookout or whatever. And he's like looking for me, like, you know, I'm real young, so now you get like panicking.
Yeah.
And so he find me like outside, like with all the like older guys, like with my brother and stuff like that. And so like he saw me like shooting hoops and stuff like that, like trying to like make it and things like that. And he was like, that's when like he knew like, okay, like let me try and get him into sports, because like he said when I was younger, like I used to get mad at him because like he like always be downstairs like watching like Gilbert Arenas versus LeBron, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, why you always watching basketball, not spending time with me? You know what I'm saying? So like it was like one of those things, and then like I just guess like from there I just kind of caught the bug as far as like that.
So that was your first time, like, you know, when you first started playing.
Yeah,
well,
I mean that's kind of the story that started everything.
Coming to be,
yeah,
Daniel, that's tough.
So ever since then, like, you know, it's kind of weird now. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I kind of wanted to talk to you about this space because, like, you've been kind of removed from playing college basketball. Did you played overseas for a little bit?
Not even a little. I mean, I played in China for like, it was like an exposure tour.
Okay.
And then, even though everybody still thinks I played overseas, like it was an exposure tour, and then I realized I didn't want to play basketball no more. Basically, I was like, man, because I was already. I mean, long story short, I was already on the way out. Like, I was already like, I'm tired of basketball. I'm tired of all this, and like, you know, that's a whole other story for, you know, maybe a different part of the segment. But
yeah,
I was already on my way out. I was just trying to play basketball to travel and to like really, you know, not just pick up a 9 to 5 or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, I did exposure tour in China. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I'll just do this a different way. I'll do it a different way. It won't be 9 to 5, but it won't be basketball. Not this time around. I wasn't passionate about it no more, so I stopped.
So you talked about like your brother and stuff like that. Me, I have an older brother as well. I think we're 7 or 8 years apart. So like, how did that kind of like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, because when we used to play, like sometimes like in the one stuff, like you get real competitive. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of noticed that, and like I get very competitive too, and I feel like that has to do with like me playing my brother all the time, like and him whooping me every single time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like when I was younger, and I feel like you kind of get like that dog, kind of like that edge. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I was wondering, like, you know, like how was it like, you know, growing up with your brother and like y'all playing kind of the same sport and stuff like that?
It was different. I wouldn't say it was exactly how your story was, cause you always go head to head a lot. Yeah, right. That's what you said, right? So it wasn't like that so much, cause like, let's see, he's 6 years apart, right? But he wasn't like close until later, until we got older, and then like, you know, in our middle of our childhood, whatever, like, you know, our folks split, and then he kind of lived with my father, so it wasn't like really close, really hooping in the backyard. We played in the backyard sometimes, but I was so much younger. It was like, like beating up on a little baby. Ain't no point of really, you know, was going 1-on-1, get something like that. And he was good. Like he wasn't like, he was all Met. He was like, he was McDonald's All-American nominee and all that stuff. Like it wasn't like, it was no point. It was like no point in me going against a 6'4", dunking on everybody. Like no point. I'm like 5'4", you know? Right, yeah. But at the same time, I used to watch him a lot. Like, my mom used to say I used to copy everything he does. We watch both of our games, like it's like the same almost. Even though, like, cause I used to watch him so much. And then, you know, nowadays, well, not nowadays, like nowadays, I used to watch what he does and then try to see how I can do better. Like he was a natural player. Like he just step on the court, he good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
see me, I gotta warm up a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not catching bodies. I'm not 6'4". I can't do that. Like, but I took what I knew that I could do well, which is work hard. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, if I get my shot right, my dribble right, you know what I'm saying, I could be, you know, better, do more, or whatever with what I got. Still athletic and still whatever, but I'm only 6'2". Exactly. So and he was 6'4". He could do pretty much everything I could do. Yeah. He probably can't shoot like me though. He probably can't shoot like me though, because I work harder at him. But like he'll probably admit that. I hope he admit that. He better admit that. He watches. He better say so. Yeah. But no, I definitely sharpened my game. But I mean, he didn't really have to sharpen his game. He was so good. Right. Since forever. So like
Yeah, I think like for me, like it was different. My brother, when I started really getting invested into playing basketball, he had like really fully transformed into this football player. So he was a wide receiver and stuff. So he's like 5'11". So I'm 6'6" and he's 5'11", but he's jacked. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was younger, you know, I still wasn't that tall until like my junior year of high school. So like when we would play, like he used to like let me score a couple times, you know what I'm saying, get my confidence up, whatever. But when it started getting close, like Tony Allen defense, bro, like it was like he got the quick feet, the quick hands, like I wasn't scoring. No, that's. And so I remember like the first time I beat him, we were over at Paint Branch High School. I think I was probably like 13, 14, something like that. This is when I was starting to get a little bit taller than him. And we were playing. I think we was playing a 12, and like, you know, it was pretty close. This and that. Like he wasn't playing all that, and like obviously like he's not, you know, the basketball player that he used to be. But at the same time, you know, it's still my older brother and stuff like that. And it get heated. Like I remember like the days I'd be kicking the basketball, like I'd be mad. But I remember it was close, blah blah blah. Then he started like really like getting up in me, like as far as like, you know, defense and stuff. And then I just hit this like. He like throw me the basketball. You know, you throw the basketball, you just on it like straight up. And I just threw up a prayer, bro. I threw up a prayer, and that joint went off the backboard and hit it. And that was the first time I ever beat him. And like that joint, like ever since, like after that, like he still probably beat me like a whole bunch of times. I don't remember after that, but like, and then he became more of like a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Because like we would always like in the morning wake up early, or like go do something like, you know. he's all about like fitness and stuff. Like he's still fit. Like
Yeah.
so he's all about like the weight training. And I'm skinny now, but I was even skinnier back then.
Yeah.
So like he would always like motivate me to really take it serious like in the.
So that's where you got your dog
stuff.
from, for real.
Yeah, for real. Cause like for me, like I don't know if you can like relate to this, but I don't feel like I'm myself on the basketball court. Like I feel like I'm a completely different person.
Yeah, to an extent. To an extent, I feel like it just brings out a part of me that I don't really tap into.
Right? Yeah.
I know what you mean though. Like, there's definitely been some moments on the basketball court I've been going crazy, and I've been like, this is definitely a person that is in me, but it's not. Right. It's never no need for me to bring it out in normal, normal everyday walking life. You know,
because it's like for the most part, like I'm kind of like I'm not really much of a. I would say I'm a talker, but it just depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for the most part, I'm just to myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's like as soon as I step on the basketball court and like I get the music going, or if there's a big crowd and stuff like that, it's like I just feel like I'm just at a higher place. It feels like in a sense.
Yeah, for sure. I know you, bro. I know exactly what you mean. Cause shoot, I probably got 8 or 9 texts my freshman year, like from not even doing no like wow like beating people up. Like I was just talking to the bench. I was talking big shit, like talking big shit, like for no reason. But and people know that, like people that either play with me on my team or like or whatever, like they know that Kory's quiet. Like he's a quiet dude. He's gonna get to it. But if you say something to him first,
right,
he gonna turn up. Like that's my thing. Like or if I'm just going stupid crazy, like I'm going for like 30 or I'm hitting 15 straight.
Right.
I gotta start saying, I gotta start getting your ass about it. Like.
Yeah. And I think for me too, it's like I get in this mode where it's like I'm kind of like, how do I explain it? It's just like
God mode. I'm telling you, I know what it is. But
it's
feel like
switch.
If do be feeling like, cause I always talk. Well, I'm thinking about to myself, like, do we feeling like I won't say something's controlling behind, but you can feel it behind. Like you can feel it within you, like behind your eyes. Like I almost feel like I'm focusing different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, especially if there's a crowd and stuff like that, and I feel like I'm like an entertainer. Like when it comes to like a crowd and stuff like that, like you're gonna see a show. Like if there's a mad crowd and stuff like that, I remember like all the playoff games we used to have. Like it wasn't even that I was just trying to showboat. It was just that's just who I was. Like, and so it was just like you said, and that's why it's kind of hard for me now because I feel like I'm kind of suppressing that in a sense because it's like I don't really have an outlet for that yet, so
that's true. You can't be at the 9 to 5. You can't just be like
can't be turning up at the 9 to 5.
Like man, I cocked the fuck in, dog. What are you talking about, man?
No, for real.
Y'all ain't on time like me. Hell, y'all talking about? No, you can't do that.
So, but
I know what you. When I first started hooping, that was like one of my things. I was like, damn, I don't have an outlet to talk shit and like what I'm saying. You be missing that.
Exactly. So like now I'm in like a little men's league with Ness.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I want to get Ness on here. I hope Ness.
Man, tell Ness to put me in that joint. He loafing. See, he recruit me every year to be faking. He's faking, dog. I hope Ness watch this, dog. He's faking.
But so I'm on. So like, it's different because it's like it's not really much of a crowd. You know what I'm saying? And it's the league, man. That's a whole different story. But
it's not like
Carrington. Like it's not the same. But it definitely gets me like moving and stuff like that, and like just to be able to play basketball and like just. I'm not sharp like that, you know what I mean? Because I'm not hooping every day, you know what I'm saying? If you give me a good 2 weeks in the gym, then I'm gonna be straight. But I just don't got that type of time now.
No, it's definitely good to get that cardio in, and definitely good to like just like I said, like once you lose, I feel like you're gonna lose it for real. You know what I mean? Like unless you stay in the game at least a little bit, shoot around here and there, like you know what I'm saying, you're really gonna not be able to. I don't know. I don't like when I step on the court and I can't. And I can't boogie, you know what I'm saying?
Like, what I want to do. Like the behind the back is feeling real shaky.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I don't be feeling good. I don't feel good. So like, the other day I went that day, man, like it was my first day back in like 6 months. I'm like, I was getting to the bucket I was getting when I could have did whatever I wanted to for real. But your confidence don't be there. Like you can do whatever you want. And then my shot, like I know I could shoot. Before I was warming up, I was hitting like 10 in a row or whatever, man. In the game, you be like, I'm gonna just take this to the rack. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, dog.
But you were talking about you being a tattoo artist and like doing illustrations for the book.
Yeah.
Can you talk about a little bit about the book?
So that was a funny funny manifestation where I was kind of not. I was that's right after I finished hooping in China.
Okay.
And I came back. I was like, yeah. I came home. I told my people, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing no
Not
NFTs.
doing that.
Like, like this is not it for me.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like doing little filler things. Like I started a job, did a job for a week. I quit because I was like, no, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then that came out of nowhere. Nani McDowell was a great dude. Hit me up. He said he's doing the children's book, and I just started doing the illustrations for the spiritual stuff that I do.
Right.
And then I guess he's seen that. He was like, "Oh, you'd be perfect for a children's book." And I was like, "All right, cool. Like, yeah, like I've never done it before, but I'm very interested in anything art. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if I would like it or not, and it actually ended up being fun and exciting. Like the process was longer than I thought, and a little bit more. I won't say difficult, but more. Well, he had more hurdles than I did, but it was just more than I originally expected it to be, I guess. Like, I didn't really expect it to be easy. I didn't expect anything really, but it was definitely more fun than I expected it to be for sure.
Yeah.
And he's a great dude to work with, so it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool.
That's cool. So, like, as far as, do you think you'll like do any more books or?
I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the act of drawing a story. I'm realizing that now. Like, I guess I always kind of did. I guess that's what I do with the spiritual stuff. I draw a story of like illustrations, explanations in a way that people can understand it. And I like that idea of like, all right, you want to translate this, either saying, or you want to translate this page, you want to translate this into a picture where people can look at it and get more of a context. I'd be like, I just enjoy that part of art too. Like it's telling the story of art. I like all types of art, but like telling the story is something I enjoy. One of the things I enjoy.
Yeah, I think I like art a lot because like I always go like to art museums like down in DC and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I always wish I could draw. That was one of the main things I wish I could do. Like
Really?
I still be drawing stick figures. It's like
draw, bro. Anybody can draw, man.
I just feel like I gotta have time for it. But
true.
Yeah, because I feel like every art piece or whatever you kind of make. I mean, there's different types of art, but like I guess for like visual art and stuff like that, there's always like a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always like seeing like the meaning of the story or like the meanings behind certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like when I went to the Van Gogh experience.
Oh, you went to that?
Yeah, it was cool.
Where is it at? Is it DC or did you go to one in New York? I know they're moving around.
Yeah. There's one in DC. We went to the one in DC because I went with my whole family and stuff like that. It was actually like I expected it to be some little like like some old dude doing a paint, but I was actually like they made it spectacular, and then like they had the VR glasses and you could put that on, and like you went in this whole different world of just Van Gogh and like all of his paintings and the meaning behind it, and you was like looking around.
That's tough. I know about the experience. That's one of my like bucket list things I definitely want to go and make it to one day.
So I definitely recommend it because
that's tough.
It was definitely like an experience that I wasn't expecting it to be. Like my mom was like, "Oh, you want to go to the Van Gogh experience?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." You know what I'm saying? And then like I ended up going. I ended up actually like really appreciating it because it's like, here's this guy who, I think he had like some brain problem and stuff like that, and it was also just a story about him. His paintings didn't really get any notoriety until after he died.
How it normally goes.
Exactly. That's how it normally goes. And so he was like selling his pieces for like $100-$200,
boy.
And now the things are going for like
He's probably having tea, bro. He's probably having tea. Like, yeah, what?
Like, so
I was eating struggle meals, and
now I know.
Sick.
But it's cool to see. I mean, he doesn't even really have any much family, I don't think so. I think it's going through to some estate, but yeah, like I said, like art is like if you know how to like draw, or there's art in so many different ways. Music, drawing, your voices can be art,
Everything's
so
art, bro. Life is art.
Yeah, it's just all about just being creative and however you feeling, it's just putting it down on a piece of paper.
Of course, life, everything is art. Life is art. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life is just like art is just expression of self. You know what I'm saying? Whichever way you want to do it. There's a million ways to do it. So I mean, you walk out your door. You talk to somebody a certain type of way, it's self-expression, it's art. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. Artists just do a little bit extra, you know what I'm saying? Drawings, paintings, whatever. But it's definitely, you know what I'm saying? I think anybody can do art. I think you should draw. You draw, bro. Like, drawing is not hard than learning any other skill. I don't think any skill is hard to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that it's really have the desire to do
Yeah,
it.
and putting in the effort.
Yeah, you can do it.
Now, when did you start really getting into tattoos? Like, have you always been into like tattoos?
Surprisingly, yes.
Okay.
It's actually funny. It's actually funny because I remember seeing a tattoo. I can't remember the like vividly the tattoo, but I remember seeing somebody with like a bulldog tattoo or like. So I don't remember when I first picked up a basketball. I remember this though. But I seen somebody with a dog tattoo on their shoulder. I was like, I think that was like the first time I was like, oh, you put art on your skin? Like,
yeah.
And I was so like mesmerizing to me. And then whenever we went to AU tournaments, I was like begging my mom, like, Mom, please get a henna tattoo. Like, we gotta stick away, get a henna tattoo. Like every tournament in like Florida and shit, you know what I'm saying? Florida, I gotta get one. Like, and that was like my thing. Like, that's one of my favorite parts. So like, my mom knew I was part of, always knew. Like, as soon as I turned 18, she gonna take me to the tattoo shop. And then like, you know, I never really thought about it being a thing until like later in college, and a friend Dom, shout out to her, gifted me a tattoo gun. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I can kind of just do this for real. And then, like, I never really thought about that being an avenue of you know, money or whatever, or just passion or whatever. And then I love tattoos so much, you know what I'm saying? I have so many, I just love them. And then, yeah, I just decided like last March-ish or so that I was gonna take it serious, because I did something in college just for like side bread and just really to learn,
right,
and be passionate about it or whatever. And then yeah, I took it serious like last. I want to get this tattoo right here. And then that's who I used to tattoo with in college, my man's. And then after that, I stopped, and he kept going, but I wanted to go get tatted by him again. And then I was like, damn, like, you make me miss this shit. And I was like, all right. Fuck, I'm about to just hop on. I'm about to just get back to it. And then I just started taking it serious ever since then.
That's cool.
Well, semi-serious, and then I took it really serious in the past like 3-4 months. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. Like, for me, I don't have any tattoos and stuff like that. Like,
man, you naked, yo.
I know. My mom, like, she's very like, I don't know. I feel like the older we get, the more like lenient she's been about these type of things.
Your siblings got tats?
Huh?
Your siblings got tats?
No, they don't either.
They don't?
Yeah, so
y'all on lock.
yeah, so. But I mean,
if I don't like vouch for them or against them. Like, if it's for you.
Yeah, if it's for you, it's for you. Yeah.
If it's not.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe down the line, I want. If anything, I want to get something like memorable. Like, I've always wanted to kind of do something like with like my kids, like having something to both have my kids or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, most of my tats mean something. Actually, no, all of them actually do. Most of them are like sayings or things I live by, or like just different stuff that means something to me. But I mean, I also get down with people that just get tats because they look cool. Because some tats just look cool as shit.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
It's like art. You know what I'm saying? You don't look at a great art piece and like, that has to be something very deep. And
yeah. Like, sometimes it's just like, I just like what I see.
Yeah, it's just like self-expression. Like, oh wow, I would like that on my body. Like, all right.
That's actually funny. Now I just thought about that. Because like now getting into like the digital age and stuff, have you thought about ever doing like NFTs?
Yeah, I've been trying to learn about that for real. I've been seeing people come up off it. I've been seeing it come up, especially the artists, you know what I'm saying? But I've like, one, I'm not like good with technology. Like, probably look like I'm good with technology because I'm on it for business stuff. But I don't be knowing what I'm doing, bro. I really don't. I be guessing. Like, so I'll be seeing like people doing NFTs, and somebody like 1 or 2 people try like, you know, teach it to you or like give you the base. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Nah, it's definitely a whole different ball game now, especially with the way the world is moving now with just tech and everything. It's just moving so rapidly. Yeah, it's moving so rapidly, and it's hard to kind of stay, you know, in the loop of everything.
Right. I feel like an old head when I be saying this stuff. I'm like, I feel like I'm behind. Like,
I know. Yeah.
I feel like y'all about to pass me up. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like the world is moving in a place like that where it's just like
everything
virtual. Everything is virtual, and we really don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, you see all these things where it's like, you know, people making millions off of it, and this and that, and people getting into it, but it's like things could really just die out next year. Like, you really just never know.
You never know. But I feel like anything technology-wise, they're going to try to keep it in some type of way. Exactly. So, like, I could see it definitely. That's what I'm saying. I've been trying to learn because I don't want to be, like, left behind type. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, like, the dude that didn't know about the internet He could have put his stock in the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah,
you won't be that guy. You're like, oh, you just heard about the internet, dog? We've been on this for years now.
Facts.
You don't know how to use Google, but no, I'm trying to like learn a little bit, at least a little bit. I'm just waiting for like the right impulse, the right inspiration. Like I'm not gonna force it.
Yeah.
If I force it, I know I'm gonna fuck something up.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to like wait till like somebody like, I don't gonna say hold my hand through it. Cause I know you can search and Google it and everything, but I be reading that stuff and I like I said, technology, it'd be like jumbled to me. Like I tried to do stocks at one point. I was like, this is just like I'm not good with math and stuff like that. Analytics, that's not me. I'm gonna try hopping in.
Yeah, I think with me just being in the tech field, I feel kind of obligated to really inform myself.
You should know about NFTs.
Yeah, so I know a lot about it. I'm not invested in it.
You the dude I've been looking for this whole time. You over there talking about like, yeah.
You interested, you know what I'm saying? I had to make
I was like, yeah, you should probably get in that, but I don't know. Maybe not for me, but no, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, for me just being in the tech field and stuff, I feel obligated to know about everything tech and stuff. Right. So, I mean, I've definitely been like educating myself on just
see this right dude try to swindle me.
like you probably don't even know what like Web3 and do you know what Web3?
I heard of that, bro.
Yeah,
I've been seeing it more I've been seeing it semi more often, but not like nothing crazy.
But yeah, just like understanding what NFTs are, the metaverse. I actually like went into the metaverse type thing.
You went into the metaverse?
Yeah.
What's that like? What's it like? Is it like VR?
It's basically just a game. That's all it is.
It's so crazy, bro.
We can. That's a whole different type for it because I can really get into everything as far as the real estate.
We can make some money, dog. You tripping? Like
that's what I'm saying.
You talking about the wrong? You over here like just let me ramble about how I don't know about shit. You're supposed to be like, all right, stop the interview. We about to talk about this,
right?
Like,
yeah,
we can run it up.
Oh, we can talk about it. But
no, that's crazy. That's so crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, you see people like getting married in the metaverse, getting married in the metaverse. You got people.
They know each other in real life? Or
they know each other in real life, but they hold in like the ceremony in the metaverse. And it's crazy. I mean, you got real estate, people buying real estate properties in the metaverse.
I heard about that. Yeah, bro,
people buying boats, cars. Like,
I don't go outside no more.
That's what it's gonna come to. I mean,
hey, I watched the movie Wall-E, bro. I was like,
hey, that used to be one of my favorites.
I see that. I was like, man, we might really be. This drone might be one of those movies.
Think about it though, because I don't really. We could just go into it. Like with AI, they're creating AI basically to do our jobs for us.
Right.
You know, so like with me and coding and stuff, I won't really need to go to somebody else to teach me how to do it. It'll basically just be guiding me on like what else I need to do. But like for the most part. Nowadays, computers can basically do anything. Right, I mean, you even see it now with those robots who can basically have a conversation with you.
Yeah,
you know. And so there's actually this one YouTube video like called like the evolution of. Is it the evolution of the metaverse or the technology and stuff? And it goes all the way to like year 3000. Like it's basically like a time. Like they tell you like, okay, in 2050, this is where we're gonna be. Yeah, trajectory. And so it was really fascinating about like. Yeah.
So do you like the metaverse? Like, do you? I know you tech
even
guy.
though I'm a tech guy, I really enjoy humanity. I guess you could say
real life.
Yeah, real life. And I've always been that way. Like I've always like for me like even just having just the phone like it's just like I don't really like doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I always feel like I was kind of an old soul. Like if I want to talk to you, I should be able to just pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I feel like we lost. I feel like we lost that storytelling. Like I was talking to my grandma this past weekend or whatever, and the story she was just telling was just like, it was crazy because like that's how she grew up. She just grew up just telling stories and like all this type of stuff, and so like it was so captivating. And I feel like it's kind of diminishing us from having like meaningful conversations, and our relationships are kind of flawed because it's like everything is behind a screen. You know,
big time. So, if you look at that, even just look at like the beginning of the pandemic to now, like how much little we are able to interact with each other, and then look how everybody acts. Like it's like people don't be know how to hold conversations for real.
Oh my goodness.
People don't. I mean. I don't be holding conversations. That's just because I don't want to. But I can hold one. If I go home, but people don't know how to, like, in general. Like, they don't know how to, like, keep a topic going. They don't know how to, like, look people in the eye and stuff. Or just a bunch of stuff. So it's like, it's kind of crazy. But look, this is what I was thinking about the other day, though.
Okay.
I think one of the biggest things in between like male camaraderie that's gone down, or the biggest like reasons, is now that all gaming is online. There's no split screen gaming, bro. Have you thought about that? You haven't thought about that? Think about it, bro. Like, the amount of human interaction has gone down since everything's online. Like, you want to play with your mans, right? You go to the joint,
that makes sense.
and you
I don't gotta go over to your house.
You go to your house, you just hop in that joint, be like, all right, bro, like, how you on? Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that takes away from like, dude, come on over. Y'all hungry? Y'all get some food.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Niggas ask you where the hoes at. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Real. You know what I'm saying. Real 1-on-1 type.
Nah,
shit,
for real.
Like, it's crazy.
Nah, I definitely missed that because it's like
But
that was just the best times, and it's like I don't know if it's just because we're getting older, but that's like even then, like when I was younger, like I'd be outside till it got dark. Like, you know, I'd be pushing the limit to when you know I go outside.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like now I don't really even see kids like that outside no more. You know, like
no one be
playing football, nothing like that. Like I know every time I'll see, like once in a while, every time like I'll see somebody like throwing a football, I just be happy that people are still keeping that going, because it's like it's just we're just living in a different era right now where it's like, okay, I don't really. Like, even with, like, kids, like, I don't really got to talk to you. Like, I just got to give you an iPad. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep you quiet.
And then, like, I'm not, like, no old head, like, I hate technology. I like technology. It's cool, but I think people are lacking in humanity, too.
Yeah,
like,
we're losing our humanity within.
Enjoying the current, like, stuff going on around you. Like, it's cool, like, both ways. But I'm like, I'm not going to say we need. I don't care what people do. But,
Yeah.
But I think it'll be beneficial for everybody to kind of, like, who knows how that happened? Because even in the pandemic, like, everybody had to go outside and stuff, and like everyone's like, "Wow, this is great!" Like, look at us. It's like we're taking walks and stuff. And now we're back to where it is, where it's like, you know, what I mean? So
it's kind of like isolating people in a sense, you know. It's kind of just like I was saying this before, like in order to talk to some women, you don't gotta go like in person no more. You know what I'm saying? I can right now send 100 DMs to any girl in the entire world right now.
Son, I ain't gonna hold you. I might be putting my ass out there. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a chill, like, laid back dude, so I do not be sliding no DMs. Right? Like, I've done it, like, I've tried. Like, everybody be like, man, this shit easy, fool. This, do this, da. Bro, I don't be sliding because I don't even text, like, I don't even text how I am. Like, any woman that has met me, like, on Instagram or whatever, like, they have met me in person, like, oh, you're way different than I thought. I'm like, yeah, because
that's how it happens every time. Because it's like how people are behind the screen is so much more different.
Boy,
like I remember, you know, like I'm not saying years, like I'm like, oh, like I'm really, but like, you know, like a couple years back, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to like do the DM thing and stuff like that. And it was just like when I would meet up in person, like it just would not be the same vibe.
Sorry. I ain't gonna lie, I had 2 times, like, but I had 2 times where I done pulled up on the jump. And this is what I knew. I was like, nah, I'm never doing this again. I put up on the jump. I was like, you know what? So you look different, like kind of act different. Like I was like, nah.
Nah, facts. I got the same story.
And I'm a gentleman, so I'm gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but I ain't trying to go broke, dog. Like,
I remember.
I was like, I ain't do this no more.
Yeah, I got the same experience. Like, I was, you know, DM this girl, whatever, you know, real nice, you know what I'm saying, cool person, blah 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 blah. But like, we met in person, and it was weird because all the like fun energy was just not there no more. And I don't know if it's because she was nervous or what it was, but it was like. She couldn't, like, look me in my eye. Like, it was the weirdest thing. Like, you know, I'm having a conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would just be like this, like, staring straight forward. And it was the weirdest thing to me because I was just like, you know, I'm trying to engage in a conversation. It was like...
I mean, first me, you're going to try a little bit harder, you know? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, one time I think I'm able to jump, I was kind of like, man, quiet, but I just wasn't feeling it like that. Like, but, like, some jumps, like, I was still, like, getting my conversation on, like, at least a little bit, asking questions and stuff, blah, blah, blah. My son Jones like mute. I'm like, bro, like it's cool. Like I guess people get it. Some people fuck with it. Like, and right now I'm into deep connections anyway, and, like meaningful shit anyway. So it's like,
do you feel like you always been like that?
into deep connections and stuff. Yeah. For some reason, I've always only like one friend. Not one friend. Only got one friend. Nobody else in my life. But no, I only had like one main person like that I accidentally put my energy on. This is just more interesting than most people. Like, or I'm just get close with them, and then like not say everybody melts away completely, but it's kind of like I'm kind of like with friendships and relationships. It's just like I'm kind of like locked in, like you know what I'm saying. So I never really kept that many people. I'm damn like that though. I like deep connections. I like you know we going on vacation. I'm doing something. I wanted to feel, you know what I'm saying, kind of have a little deep.
Right.
I don't know how to really explain it, but
where do you think that comes from?
Shit, I don't know.
it's just something that's always kind of been a part of you.
I guess I'm a like what do they call it? Romanticizer or whatever.
Yeah. Hopeless romantic?
Nah,
you say that?
hell no. No, don't take that off there. No. I know. Nah, I'm a little romantic though. You know what I'm saying? But nah, no, I ain't no hopeless romantic. I'm just like in life. Life is just like a movie to me, or like a game. It's like it's not like I don't know how other people see life, but it ain't no like boring. Like you see me, I'm doing backflips and just doing random shit all the time. I do random. I'm tattooing, and before that I was doing random shit all day, and then before that I was doing children. But like I've done like 4 different careers in like a span of 4 years. So like, I don't really, you know, take the normal route ever. Like I'm always kind of like in the movie mode where I'm just like, this is fun, this is enjoyable. What I'm doing next, you know what I mean? So it's like yeah. I've always been like that for the most part, because even when I was young, I do everything. Like I skate a little bit. I you know. Play football. I what you call it? I acted a little bit too. Like I just like to do as many as I can because like it's life. Like why would you do only a certain amount of things? Like,
right.
You have a bunch of passions. So,
right. Yeah, I feel like at this point, especially like at this time of our life, like we have the experience. You know? And so I feel like a lot of times, like a lot of things are just bombarded in our busy schedule and stuff, and so we don't really get to experience. And then it's like, okay, now like I'm doing something else. I got this job, then I got this, then I got this, and we like, we just live in a society where it's like we don't really ever get to do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
in a sense, it's like
I know what you're saying though. I know what you're saying. I just don't agree with it. Like I feel like, you know, you do what you want to do if you're that passionate about it, or you just had that big of a desire for it. So like, for example, like say like, I don't know, this might be a dumb analogy, but say like you had a daughter or something, man. I don't know, if you didn't take her to the doctor every day, she gonna die. You gonna take her to the doctor every day, no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like but that's because you have the desire, not because of her, but because you have the desire to keep your daughter. So it's like if you know you have a desire to, like, you know, say I love tattooing, it's like, or I love art in general, or I love whatever I love in the moment. And if I have that desire, I'm gonna make time for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not gonna be hard because it's fun, you know what I mean? And things are gonna work out naturally because it's organic, you know what I mean?
Right. So, yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, the organic things or the things that you love to do is gonna, it's gonna pop up naturally, even if you want it or you don't, because it's so genuine, and people feed off other people being genuine. You know, you can see it. You can see when somebody's like, I can see right through it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can see when it's like, dang, he's
you can see
real.
Like some cash grab, but you selling clothes, you want some money. You
right.
Like, you starting a brand, you see everybody else starting a brand, but you can see when somebody like putting their heart into it.
Right, exactly.
Like, that's what somebody you want to. Like, that's what something you want to keep up with, or you want to, like, if you follow, I want to follow him because I want to see where you're going to take this.
Exactly.
So, but I mean, outside of that, you just do it for you. Like, I ask everybody this: you got any hobbies?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? That's surprising. You ask like 90% of people, they don't have no hobbies. Like, they don't have nothing they do outside of work, go home, watch Netflix. Like, they want to go home and like do anything. Like, and they have things they think they might enjoy, even things they might make money from, but just do it just because you know it's fun. It's enjoyable.
But I think that's the mindset that you have to have too, though. Because if you have a mindset that's like, oh, I'm so busy, or I'm so this, or I'm so that, then it's like you're never going to be able to do what you want to do. Whatever
you put out, you're going to bring in. So you always to get busy, you're always going to be busy. There's never going to be a time you're not busy if you think you're always going to be busy. It's just how it works. Like, you're the creator of everything, you know what I'm saying? Not to get too crazy with the combo, but you create everything. So
Mhm.
like, if you feel like I'm too busy, I'm never going to be have enough time to be doing these things I'm passionate about. Well, guess what's going to happen? It's the exact same thing. But if you say some way or somehow, sometimes I'm going to free up so I can be passionate about life or passionate about this and that. You know what I'm saying? Which is my command. It's going to show up. So
Now, do you think the people had that, certain people that do have that mentality of like always pushing stuff off or stuff like that, do you think that that's the reason because they don't feel like they have a purpose?
it could be. I think everything's specific and due to everybody's specific perception. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't speak for everybody, but yeah, I mean, um, like I can see there's a lot of people that's on that hamster wheel. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Going to work, coming back home, Netflix, going to sleep, work, home, take care of kids, Netflix, go to sleep, wake up, and not doing nothing. They like really gets them on fire. Like
Right.
I could see after 20 years, you like, no, I hate my life. This is terrible. Like, I've been wasting so much time. Like, I don't know what I like. You know what I'm saying? And my
Mhm.
mom was like that. Like, not like that specifically, but she didn't really find herself until later.
Mhm.
And now she does what she's passionate about all the time. So it's like, and then when like right now, I feel I have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do stuff that you enjoy and are passionate about, you're gonna feel more eager and excited about your life and like excited about just in general. You know what I'm saying? Doing anything. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Now
So,
you
yeah.
said you have your purpose. Do you mind sharing about what you think that is?
My purpose, man. Deep. You know? My purpose. I don't think I have a specific purpose. I know people be like, I know some people might have like I was made to do this. I was born to do this. I think my purpose, like if you want to call it purpose, is like moment to moment.
Mhm.
So, I have desires, within the integrity. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That always want to align with my purpose. Like it's always if it's a desire, if you're having a desire, then you're getting that desire is from source itself. Like especially if it's integrity, and you know better if it is a desire straight from source and straight for you. If you're in alignment, it's better for that. So most time
Mhm.
in alignment. So most time I know if I'm excited to do something. You know what I'm saying? It's my purpose to do that right now. So like I was coaching, it's my purpose to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think coaching is a long term thing. Personally, right now, I think it is.
Mhm.
And I think that spiritual coaching, and I think that tattooing may not be the long term thing, but right now it's very exciting to me.
Mhm.
So those are my purposes right now. I like both those things. Like when I do tattoo and they're finished and they look at that shit and they're like, this is tough as fuck. Like
Yeah.
this is like nice as fuck. They be geeking, they be showing it on
Yeah.
everybody. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
feels good as fuck. Or I do like a memorial piece or something. They be like really emotional about it or fuck with it. How they be. You know what I'm saying? That feels like really good. Like and that's how I know. And then spiritual coaching, of course, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
change somebody's life a little bit.
Mhm.
Of course, you're going to feel some type of purpose to it. So, yeah.
Mhm. Dang, that's cool.
Yeah. You guys, you know your purpose?
I think I do. I think it's broad. I don't think I have like a specific lane of
Mm-hmm.
like how I'm gonna do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I've always been inclined to like help people
Mm-hmm.
and like use my experiences to kind of push people in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have a lot of different things that I've been through and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it come from basketball, family, whatever it just may be,
Mm-hmm.
personal things and stuff like that. So I feel like every time somebody comes to me for help or something like that, I always have something that's happened to me, and I've like overcame that, and I've been able to help them. And
Yeah.
I've also felt like a lot of times I've always been a giver in a sense. So I've always wanted to always give back or give back to the community or give back to the younger kids and stuff, the people that are in need. Like
Mm-hmm.
I used to do a whole bunch of stuff as far as like we used to have lunches. I used to have lunches with like underprivileged kids or kids who didn't have fathers.
Yeah.
So I used to do that.
That's tough.
I used to do like this mentorship program,
Mm-hmm.
and I also did like this little food drive, which I want to get into when the summer comes back around. I gotta like start preparing for like doing stuff like that. I want to do like a food drive, clothing drive,
What's
and
up?
things
No,
like
let me
that.
know.
So
I'll be looking for not like overly seeking because like I do a lot of just stuff in my everyday life. Like when you kind of like are uplifter to kind of like come to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely like do more outreach stuff, not like trying to get my stuff out there, but just like food drives and stuff. I think I hit you one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened that summer.
I think it might have been like the wrong day or something like that.
Yeah,
or like
bad. Yeah. So definitely let me hit me though. Cause I'll be down.
But you were talking about kind of getting into like what were you talking about? The whole spiritual aspect.
Yeah.
I know that's very broad, but I mean I remember, I was just on Instagram. This is what was this, about a year or two ago when you started doing the videos.
Sure, right before the pandemic hit. Like like November. The pandemic 19, right? 2 years. So like
And this is actually funny because this is actually at a time where I was like really trying to get into like spirituality, not so much as far as like, well, I guess even just like religion, I guess too. Like that's when everything was kind of peaking, like right before like the pandemic hit. And I was like sun gazing. I don't know if you ever sun gaze, but I used to like try and do that type of stuff and things like that.
You like it?
Yeah, it was cool. It was honestly, it's basically like I love like being out in the sun. Like if I could live on a beach, like I would do that. But I remember I would go sit on my steps and then just kind of like just go and try to like sun gaze because you can't like look at the light. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta work. You gotta work your way up and stuff like that. Like there's videos all up on that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you don't just go out there and just. I'm not advising nobody to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'll say, go look at this. Go outside. Go look at the nearest sun.
Go look at the sun. But it was mainly just a lot of just like alone time and like me time in a sense. It's kind of like a meditation type of thing. Yeah. Where I could just sit in the sun and like feel the energy of the sun while I'm thinking about whatever it may be. And I feel like also I started noticing this because. This is the first time I kind of felt this way because usually I'm in basketball season during this time. So I have an outlet. And so this was like the first season. I mean, obviously the first season where I'm not playing basketball and I don't really have an outlet. So I would get these moments where I would feel very down, like very, very down, like and stuff like that. I guess like seasonal depression, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah, okay.
And so I was like, dang, like, why do I keep feeling like this? And like, I remember I be wanting to do YouTube videos I have all set up, and I just be like, man, I'm not trying to do that. Like, I'm just, I'm just trying to chill.
I already know that guy.
And so I kept getting into that, and then I realized, like, I was watching this one thing on YouTube. It might have been this one thing on YouTube, but it was just saying like how we bombard ourselves with so much media that like we just never have time to just really hear ourselves. Oh, yeah. And so I was like, dang, that's so true because. First off, like I wake up, it's dark. I gotta go to work. Then I'm in a dark facility, so I'm in there doing like my coding and like listening to YouTube or my music and stuff like that, or like just worried about my job. Then I get out, it's dark. Right. And then I go home and it's like, okay, I'm tired from work. I don't really want to do nothing. And then I was like, dang, I gotta kind of get out of this slump because I'm not feeling myself. Yeah. So then I was like, I started taking my dog out, like, instead of, like, when I was taking my dog out to walk, like, I would go on long walks, and then instead of listening to music, I would just listen to the noises around me and, like, listening just to my thoughts and stuff like that, and that started, like, really helping me as far as, like, getting out of this, like, slump that I was in, because it was, a lot of times we don't realize, like, we first wake up, we go on Twitter, and then we go and do something else. We're listening to music in the car, and not saying none of this is a bad thing, like, you know what I'm saying, but it's, like, it's such an influx of media that we're in, and like obviously like not everything you like on the media is going to be good for you. So I just felt like for me personally, like I was flooding myself with like so much like negative content. I felt like I wasn't able to hear myself no more.
Right. That's why I was asking you had a hobby, because that's like for a lot of people that's a time to be present. Not a time to be present, but like I mean, of course but that's. You're not thinking about nothing but that hobby. You're not trying to get anywhere like a job. You're not trying to get promotion. You're not trying to create a money scheme or nothing. Like, if you're trying to chase money. Right. Like, hobby, like, you sitting there and doing, like, while I'm tatting, it's also my job, luckily, but, like, when I'm tatting, I'm just sitting there. I'm just completely in the moment. It's almost really meditative. Like, to be honest, I'm just sitting there. And sometimes halfway through, I remember I'm tatting and I'm like, oh shit, like, and I'm like, I'm like, oh yeah, like, and I'll think some happy thoughts maybe because it's meditative for me. You know what I'm saying? I use it as like a meditative space almost. Right. That's why I asked if you had hobbies.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's basically just like creating videos and like just the whole YouTube process, like creating the video, figuring out what video I'm going to watch, if I'm doing a reaction video, what I'm going to talk about, like me writing stuff on paper like my ideas of what I want to do next,
Mm-hmm.
and like just like making thumbnails. Like that's all like all things that just like that's what like I love to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's why when I was first, I guess even then too, like going back to, you know, when I felt like I was in a slump, like I was also procrastinating on
Mm-hmm.
like doing the YouTube thing because I felt as though like I kind of feared it in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I fear like, oh, like because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist a little bit.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, man, if one thing is wrong, man, just scrap the whole thing, bro. Just scrap the whole thing. Like, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And I was like, and so I had to come to terms with myself that like, okay, everything is not gonna be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but this is what I love to do, and even if it's not perfect, it's something that I created.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm gonna just put it out. People like it. Like a lot of times, I don't even really be hyping it up that much because it's just like I just love to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, yeah, watch my video. And I'm not saying that's like obviously you have to promote yourself and stuff like that, but it's just more so of just like I remember when I first started YouTube, I first started it and like I really just made it. I like had all of my videos private, and I just made it just strictly for my friends. So I would put it either like on close friends or I would send it to everybody. Who was like in the video at that time, and like I would just they'd be like always laughing about it and stuff like that. And they're like, you need to like actually like
public,
put it because like what I'm saying, like people might like this. And so then I was like, all right, let me try to get into it. And then I don't even do it for like I mean obviously I'm not making no money off of this. It's just something I just love to do. It's like all my free time. Like I love the editing process and things like. And just like I feel like I'm just like a creator, so that's what I like.
No, yeah, of course, I get it. Though. I definitely get it. I've edited videos here and there for fun, like, but I you know what I'm saying. That's what it's about, though. That's the same with me. Like, tatting, I didn't really, I put my stuff up, but I don't be like, y'all come in and get it tatted, or please, please, can you post my stuff, please? Like, nah, I just be like, oh, I made some good art today. Like, let me put it on my gram. Or then when I was doing spiritual stuff, like, I don't make no money off the spiritual stuff, and then it's like, I was almost gonna hold a retreat in St. Croix, but it was just cause I was like, hey, this is some good information. Like I'm hoping that y'all take this in and use it because it's been changing my life. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like, and then people like, I've jumped from multiple different things that I do, like children's book to the spiritual to the basketball to this or whatever. Like people always fuck with it just cause you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, everything is just genuine.
Organic. It's like you really love to do this. Like,
and the thing I really like about you is that like you're not afraid to like do what you want to do, and I feel a lot of people now is just like even me sometimes like I'll get in this mode. It's like I don't know if I want to do that because I don't know how people will perceive me.
Man,
you know what I'm
shit,
saying? You know what I'm saying? But crazy. I have to understand that okay, like at the end of the day, all you got is yourself. You know what I'm saying? The people that are like the closest around you, and most of the times people closest around you are gonna support you anyways. Exactly. So it's like. As long as you're genuine with it and it's like something you love to do, just go out and do it. Like,
man, people going to hate it, love it. No matter what you do, you can try to people please. I learned that through basketball. Like, you can try to people please all you want. Like, they going to hate it or love it. You know what I'm saying? Like every time, like it doesn't matter. Like, and that's their. I always used to say. I learned this when I was in middle school. I was like, whatever people's thoughts is and opinions is, that's their business.
Right.
Like, I don't got nothing to do with me. Like at all. Like, so I don't want to know what you think about it. I don't really care. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, because people perception has nothing.
And a lot of times too, is just crabs in the bucket for real. As far as just like they may see you get a little buzz and they're like, man, he ain't doing.
But that's just because they turn. That's just because they turn away from their own inspiration.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They turn away from their own things that they want to do. Like, oh, like I don't want to. And that's not the only reason. There could be a million reasons why they feel like that. But a lot of times it'd be like people wanting to do stuff that they inspired by. Like, damn. He just be doing shit, and then what I'm saying, he be good at it. Like, yeah, just do stuff that I think I enjoy it. I be good at it. Like that's how it goes. But they don't feel like they can, or they have insecurities, or they don't feel confident, and then they take that instead of like putting that in themselves and working on it. They just, all right, well, fuck him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you can just do something you enjoy yourself and put it out there in the world if you want to put it out there, or just do it in your house. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Dang. Yeah. So. This is something I definitely got to work on. And I feel like now that I'm in I get these like really hot moments and then I get these like chill moments, And I feel like that's a part of life, But I know like even when I was like my spirituality and like religion and things like that, like throughout the whole pandemic, it was like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I was at this time, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on, really, like, improving myself because not only do I want to improve for myself, but like also, for the people that are around me. And if especially if I'm like looking to get married one day, blah, 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 like I want to be able to, be the best me, the best version of me. And that's that's even something that I took in like with basketball. Like I've always wanted to be the best version of me. And that's something that my dad has always like instilled in me as well. So like you can't be LeBron, you can't be Kobe, you can only be you.
Yeah,
and so just work on being the best you. And so like I've always kind of just took that approach, and then so like with my spirituality and stuff like that, and like that's when it was like a fire. Like it was just like I was just going crazy with this part. Yeah. For sure. And then I think right now I feel like right now like I'm in a comfortable space. But I think I could do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But
trying to tell you, comfortable is not where it's where you think you want to be at, but it's not really where. You know what I'm saying? Uncomfortable is where you want to be. That's where all the expansion is. Think about any type of growth in life. Any type of growth. There's no type of growth that is uncomfortable. You're growing, you're getting taller, your knees hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your knees start hurting. You know what I'm saying? You want to move to a bigger house, and shit uncomfortable. You gotta pay more. You gotta move. You gotta move. Do a bunch of different new responsibilities. Then it's uncomfortable at first, but you don't want to be 20 years down the line, look back like, damn, I was pretty comfortable, but I was pretty comfortable. Like, it's kind of boring. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to always try. That's why I always try to push myself. Like, when I get uncomfortable, I feel like that's the best time that's the time to shine for real. That's the time to really dig deep and see where you is for real. You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to do this, or you just kind of want to do it? Or you really want to follow this dream, follow this passion, and you just kind of want to follow the passion? If you really want to follow that passion, you look towards being uncomfortable a little bit. It's like, ooh. That means some growth about to happen.
Right. Now, what do you feel like motivates you as far as like, why do you feel like you're so? It's kind of weird because like obviously we're spiritual beings and things like that, but what motivates you to know more and your knowledge behind it and wanting to be, I guess, a risk taker as far as that.
It's a hard question. It's a good one.
Because not everybody does that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I do it so much I forget that. I know I take risks too much. Like not too. There's no such thing like too much, but like I've been taking risks all day, every day. Like you know what I'm saying. Rent coming up. I'm just trusting the source to show me like the way or whatever. So I definitely get that most people take like a regular way of living, and which is not wrong. It's good, but honestly, I got into the risk taking. I just didn't want to live a normal life, really. Like I just didn't want to. I've never really, except for basketball. Basketball always kept me in line. But after basketball, I realized like I'm just not. I'm a free flowing person. I'm not a, step by the book all the time X, Y, and Z person. Like basketball kept me that way, but that's why I always kind of felt restricted playing basketball. That's why I quit like 6 times. Nobody knows that, but before I even officially quit, I quit like 6 times across my career because I just didn't want to do it. And but yeah, so like I just always been that type of person and just taking risks for the most part. I've gotten better at stop being scared because being scared stopped me a lot as a youngin. Like I was scared to do this and that and that. But now it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, right. Who cares, And then plus, I mean, of course, everybody wants things. I feel like you can't really get to where you want without taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's how I got into spirituality in the first place. Like, I wanted to manifest things. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? But most people, especially today, like, I want to manifest.
Yeah, I feel that.
I started with that, and then I was like, after then you start learning that, you know what I'm saying, not after manifestation, like a little cheesy saying that everybody said, but it's true. Like after manifestation and et cetera, et cetera. So now I'm not really after manifestations. But I mean, it's a good ass side effect though, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, how do you kind of take like manifestation like do you feel like it's a daily thing for you or?
I always hate the word manifestation sometimes.
Yeah, because it's so cliche. It's so cliche.
It's like it's overused. After the pandemic, after pandemic, people don't know how to say anything else but the word manifestation. Yeah. Like I like the pandemic because it opened everybody up to spirituality, but it made it mainstream and it kind of made it like kind of weird.
It kind of lost its value in a sense, like
the word loses its value. Like you know what I'm saying, like. I don't know, it's just the rebranding of the word is kind of crazy. I be seeing people say all types of stuff like manifest this and that, and don't be talking about manifestation at all. Like you're talking about something completely different than manifestation. But
so what is manifestation to you?
Manifestation is anything. I mean, I'm trying. I don't want to get too crazy. I don't know if your audience, how much they study up on things, but manifestation is everything. I'm gonna spit a little bit now, because
go ahead, man. The only way we gonna learn is if you spit it how you're feeling it.
Because of me, I'm so deep into this now. I can't even remember how I used to think. To be honest, like I can't even like dumb it down sometimes. I can dumb it down to an extent, but I mean, everything is manifestation. Like us having this conversation, there's nothing that's not a manifestation. We create every part of our reality, like every part. This couch you sitting on, everything. Mm-hmm. And you might be wondering like, how is that? And then I have to go and talk about how like God, it's in the Bible God created us. You know what I'm saying? Everything in existence, but God was the only thing to exist before us. So what He had created of, there's nothing to create anything out of except for us, except for Him. Mm-hmm. So we are Him. We're constantly creating. The only thing that to ever exist ever is God or consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, and consciousness had to create all this. So we're currently creating every moment, like with our thoughts and state of being and vibrations, etc. So manifestation, that's why I say it's cliche, because it's like everything's a manifestation. So they'd be like, oh, that's what people want to pick and choose what they manifest. It's like, oh, I manifest this, but then something bad happening, like, oh, I don't know what the devil doing. I'm like, bro, I mean, you do it everything, like, you know what I'm saying? If you have to give away your power, if you say, I manifest this, but I didn't manifest this, and that means you're saying that you don't create your life. And that means you're saying that something else has power outside of you. That's just not true, because everything's God. Everything's conscious, so there's nothing outside of God and consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So hope I didn't lose nobody, but yeah. So manifestation is just everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not really separate from creation or creating your life. It's all the same thing. People, I guess you can say like, sometimes I do say that like, oh, look, man, cool manifestation. But I knowing that like when I step outside my door or wake up or whatever, it's a manifestation. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now, I think like one of the first videos I saw from you was like the law of attraction.
Yeah.
So, go in a little depth about that.
Law of attraction, man. Love-hate relationship. But nah, law of attraction, is the best way to say that pretty much you create what you focus your attention on. Whether you want to create it or not, you know what I'm saying? Most people, there's like a lot of little different tweaks to the law of attraction. A lot of them is little spiritual tweaks. Like, you know, in basketball, right? You hooping, and like, you might be bricking like shit, but then you do one little thing with your elbow, and you're like, oh shit, I can't miss if I want to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of like that. Like, a lot of things about law of attraction, and like law of attraction is a big thing, but honestly, it's not even. It is a very good law. For our disclaimer, it is a very, very good law. Like, it's a good law. But it's not like obsolete. Absolute, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like just immediate creation or, you know, just tapping into God consciousness. Not to get too deep, but yeah, it's not like that. But law of attraction is definitely good. Like I said, it's just little tweaks. Like, some people want to focus their attention on something so hard, not knowing they focus on the wrong thing. So like source, universe, people call it universe. I don't call it that much anymore, but universe is not, it's all inclusive. Mm-hmm. So if you're like thinking about, oh, I don't want to get in a car accident, the main subject of that sentence is car accident.
That's what I be saying all the time, because somebody be like, oh, I can't do this. I'm be like, yeah, not with that attitude. You can't. Like,
right, exactly. Yeah, like, yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who said it, but it's like, what do you think you can or can't? You're probably right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. And it's true, because like I said, we're God consciousness, so there's no separation from us and the creation power itself. Mm-hmm. So like, if you think that you can't do it, then guess what? You can't. So you think you can't draw? That's right. You can't draw. You saw about that back. No. I circled that motherfucker back. Yes, sir. He gonna have to get. That's crazy. He gonna have to get the sketch back. Ain't no way.
Oh man.
But nah, yeah, it's like, that's one of the first things I learned. Mm-hmm. I don't really focus my energy on learning that anymore, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely good. I love using it when I get a new client or something. That's introductory, because it's easy to show them. Right. It's easy to be like, oh, like, have you ever thought about something and then it show up? Oh, yeah, obviously, I've done that plenty of times. Everybody has that experience. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to point out, like, oh, okay, that's law of attraction. You know what I'm saying? Then after I get them up to date on that. Now it's like I forget long trash. We move to more advanced stuff, but yeah.
So like, what was I had something I was gonna ask you. I guess going further on. Okay, so you're obviously here now. You know what I'm saying? You as how old are you? 25? 26?
About to be 26.
About to be 26? So
I'm old as fuck.
I mean, obviously you've had so many experiences. 23.
Dang, young as hell.
Yeah. I turned 24 this year in November, but it's a little bit.
Far, too.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit
That's
away.
crazy.
But I mean,
why wouldn't give to be 20?
Nah, I know, but I'd be thinking about that, and then I'm like, man, we're so young though. Still
so young.
Still so.
If
young.
you actually look up like people that are famous and whatever, like a lot of them be old. Like be old as fuck. You don't be knowing it because they act young. But
exactly.
they
Yeah,
really
that's
old
true.
as shit. Like I forgot who. I think it was like Babyface Ray. That's like my favorite rappers. Like,
bro, he old.
He's like 30. I was like, hold up, bro.
But that's what happens when you follow your dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Son.
It's like it don't matter what age you could be. Like I see like old heads on TikTok getting millions of views.
It don't
you know
matter,
what I'm saying?
bro.
Like it can happen anytime. You can be 5 years old all the way up to 100.
Yeah,
it don't matter. But it's like
Taraji like didn't get her break. She's like 30 something. 36. Like it don't matter.
So you're never too
Social
young.
media
You're never
ruin
too,
people.
Yeah,
Make you think that you had to, but
you're never too young and you're never too old.
For
If
sure.
you want to pursue something, you pursue it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so back to what I was saying. As far as you now in this space, was there like a little bit of a growth process or healing process in order to get to this level? I mean, obviously, like you, obviously you, you know, you're still young and stuff like that. Obviously, you got a whole life ahead of you. But I mean,
I don't know.
I know I do.
But
you know,
I don't know about you, but
I know I do. But I wanted to hear from you as far as like, you know, what kind of got you to this point, like which, you know, what kind of like some downs that you've had to face and stuff like that, and
coming out of it down.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's been downs nonstop. Not gonna say nonstop, but it's been downs. I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with suicidal thoughts. Or I want to say I was super suicidal, like put me on the watch and nothing. But yeah, I've dealt with suicidal stuff. Like shit, I done dealt with seasonal depression. I done dealt with troubles like family troubles or etc. When I was young. I've dealt with like my own inner stuff, insecurities, etc. Blah blah blah. But you know, it was just a few different moments that like really was staples in my development. Like when I was in middle school, I was like super insecure with stuff like that. And I realized I just realized like I don't have to think these thoughts.
Right.
I was like, you know, I'm my own, like it's my brain.
Right.
Like that don't really think thoughts unless I really have to. So then that's one of the moments. And then like the championship, when I won the championship, like that's my first learning about law of attraction. And I first started like controlling my thoughts and trying to like control my energy and like, you know,
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. Like that was a big moment. Then it happened like exactly how I imagined. I was like, oh shit, like if I do this, of course, like at first time you manifest something on purpose, like damn, if I do this, I'm good at life. So then I was like, all right, so shit, I might just manifest everything. But then you dig deeper, and you're like, oh, a lot of inner workers and healings and stuff go on. So yeah, I just came out like I just broke up with my ex like a year ago, but like it was a process. Like it was definitely a process. So I had a little dip, not even a little, I had a dip, but I'm coming out now. But it's really been because I've been like super, super disciplined and diligent and deliberate with my thinking and with my spiritual practice. And my spiritual practice is not that crazy. It's not a bunch of crystals. And if people listen, I just want to say though, I just want to get out there. I don't know who's gonna watch this, but if you ever meet me, listen. I know I talk spiritual and stuff. I know, but listen, I'm not really all that into astrology and numbers. Like, I'm cool with it. Like it's like it's part of it.
It's a good conversation starter.
It's part of it, you know what I'm saying? But Jones be coming to me like just be bringing up extra numbers all the time and just be talking about astrology and I'm like, bro, where you want to eat? Like I'm not trying to do all that, bro. I'm not trying to talk about that. But anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. But what was I?
You're just talking about, you know, getting out of your slump and you disciplining your mind and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I've been super deliberate with my stuff. That's why I got that. That's my main thing, like spirituality, controlling your energy, state of being, having integrity, of course, and just things of that sort. Controlling your thoughts, your thought momentum. Because so many people think your vibration, and so many things people don't know. That they think when they start spirituality, to figure out, think about this much each day. I'm spiritual. I figure out manifestation. And it's like, okay, I'm not like trying to make anybody's experience less valuable than any other, but it's a lot that you might be missing out. Why things aren't working out is like how you think it is. So it's like, and I just try to like get people more into the controlling the state of being, vibration, and stuff like that. People don't even know like any thought that you have is a pattern. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people think that their thoughts, like my thoughts are so random. No, it's not. It's a pattern that's coming from a vibration or your state of being. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people think they're having random bad thoughts. Why am I having such random and bad thoughts and thinking so much? It's because your state of being overall is low, and that vibration is manifested into thought. Yeah. And then thought is manifested into feeling. Wow. And then, you know what I'm saying, feeling manifests to action and whatever you do in your day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? So people don't know that. They just think, I just feel bad today out of nowhere. But it's a pattern. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I'm not to math, the source and universe, and how it operates is definitely mathematical, where you can count. Like, you can say if I had a thought that I wanted to release today, I could see the pattern, how many times it'll pop up, like random. It'll seem random. But if I'm really being conscious and present throughout my day, I can see like, pop up again. I might even like this thought, but like pop up again. Instead, I start releasing. I can see the day after, I'll pop up less. And the day after, I was actually popping up only 2 times a day. Or the day after, not popping up at all. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know that. They just think everything's random, and no, everything's like a system to all of it. Like, it's very precise, very precise, and it's controlled by you. So you know. I don't know what the question was, but but yeah.
I think it was just talking about like, you know, your
ups and downs.
Ups and downs and things like that.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of releasing over the past year for sure. A lot of releasing, a lot of detaching, a lot of just a lot of inner shadow work, to be honest. Like it was just, that was the theme of the year, just shadow work after shadow work. And I think this year, because the end of last year, I was like, the beginning of last year, I was being deliberate. I was, going to Jamaica and all types of fun stuff.
Yeah, I remember,
Yeah, so I was doing all types of fun stuff. Like, it was, like, random, too. Like, I planned those trips right before, like, a week before. Like, and Florida was, like, right after that, a week before, and blah, blah, blah. And I was doing this and that and picking up tattoos. And then I got hit with a bomb, and then I had to do a bunch of shadow work and whatever. So I think last year was, like, the shadow work phase. And then, whenever you go down, you got to go up. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about the downs is they actually are propellers. Like, every time you have a bad thing happen, if you do it the right way, if you really, like, do what you're supposed to do, it's going to propel you to your next success or your next, even higher than the last one. You know what I'm saying? If you try and kind of go in that trajectory, you know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing for the past since almost around New Year's. I'm like, being deliberate as fuck. I'm like, I'm not feeling like this no more. I'm learning faster and manifesting faster. So I'm like, I ain't got time to be doing that shadow work no more. I'm done with the shadow work.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a hard thing to do though. I mean, it's very hard. I remember, when I broke up with my ex, this was a few years back. That was really rough for me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like, like that's when I really, like you said, like I was down low, and then like, but then like once I gave myself like a good week, but because I've always been a very like progressive thinker, progressive minded person. So it's like once I'm off something, then it's like, all right, I gotta just keep moving on to the next thing. But it's like I started doing things that I really like love to do, and that really like helped me, kind of get my mind off of it in a sense. But it also just like there's like this one saying, I think I want to say it's Malcolm X. Hopefully I'm quoting it right. But he's saying the healing process doesn't happen when the knife is in your back or it's like half in your back. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to fully pull it all the way out. Yeah. And then that's when the healing process, finally like, like starts happening and stuff like that. So I had to like pull the knife all the way out, and then but then you don't want it to, like, you have to fill it up with something good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's when I started really filling myself up with like, you know, spirituality things and like just things I love to do, giving back, all that type of stuff, to where it was like, okay, like I feel good about myself, and I'm like creating this energy around me that's kind of like protecting me in a sense.
Yeah.
And it'd be rough days where it's just like, dang, I'm just like out of it. You know what I'm saying? Constantly thinking about certain things and keeping about this. And then I just had to like lean on people, to lean on my friends and stuff like that, or lean on my, you know, my parents or whoever it may be, to really like, you know, uplift me at that time. And so, you know, eventually you get out of it. I mean, like you said, like time definitely helps, but it's not always. It's not the only. It's not the solution. The solution is you being deliberate and trying to make things better for yourself.
Yeah, you gotta get inside those scars and heal them yourself sometimes. Hey man, so the real thing here is, if you wanna go through a spiritual experience, be more spiritual, fall in love. Fall in love, and then that do it. Your ass gonna be on your ass or not? You know what I'm saying? But no, definitely.
But yeah, like now that because like now I can look back at it and not even really like feel this type of way. Like at first it would be like, dang, like I feel some type of way about it, but like no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's how I know that I fully healed from, you know, whatever it's from. And now I have a girlfriend now. You know, so you know, everything is going well. You know,
Daniel.
Yeah. You know, like, I mean, obviously, you know, with a relationship, like, relationship talk can go so many ways, and we don't got time for all that. But you know, I mean, you've been in a relationship, you understand that there's a whole lot of highs.
There's
a whole lot of highs, especially with people like, you know, that actually are seeking a meaning that's deeper than just like face value.
Yeah, right. Just to pull it, you know.
So,
no, yeah, I feel that. So like, I definitely feel that. I definitely took the harder way. I definitely took the harder way because, you know, I think some of me wants to detach fully from, because I'm still cool, Max. I didn't take that knife all the way out, but I want to detach in a way where I can, and you know what I'm saying. This ain't gonna give me no new hoes for sure, but I want to detach in a way where I could be, you know, cool. Like, of course, if I get in a relationship or something like it's a real problem, you know, if she had got in a relationship, I would respect it. But all right, yeah, of course. But then I got a relationship, I respected the person I'm dealing with. But I think like, while I'm not or whatever, I want to be able to, because we didn't have a bad falling out, so I want to be able to love people unconditionally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you playing a new role, we're trying to play this new role. I don't want to teach you a certain way, or so like I kind of use it as a spiritual practice. Not like use her as a spiritual practice, but like I knew that I didn't really want to keep her out of my life fully, but I didn't want to attach to that role in in my life to be like, you know, nah, I can't talk to you or deal with you, because we was good friends. We probably more good friends we were in a relationship.
Right.
So it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying, for now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm detaching away of, if it doesn't continue to being like that anytime soon, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to put a label or meaning on things that don't really have to be a meaning. If it's enjoyable at the moment, it's enjoyable. Until it's like not exciting, enjoyable, it's like, all right, well, it's not exciting or enjoyable no more. Like, for sure, when I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I kind of use it as like a detachment practice.
Heard you.
Yeah. But yeah, dog, if you wanna go through a spiritual awakening, dog, go ahead and find somebody you like, you know what I'm saying? Fall in love with them.
Yeah. Dang, so wrapping up, so you've been to a couple places out the country, right?
Yeah. People think I don't travel that much. People think I travel a decent amount, like 4 to. This last year was slow, so maybe like 4 to 5 times a year. But it's been
every time I see you on the gram, bro, it's a new body of water, bro, like behind you, bro. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, man, I'm trying to get like cool.
Man, I know I'm been slacking, dog, but no, yeah, I went to Jamaica last year. That was fun as shit. I went to Florida. I went to my ex country. She was from Anguilla. It's a country in it's a British island, and part of like some other islands. But yeah, I went there 2 times, and then I used to go to like New Orleans and stuff. My dad from Mississippi, I used to go out there, and then St. Croix. That's where I was doing trying to do the spiritual retreat out there. I know some people out there now. And before that, I went to Mexico. I like to travel, dog. I mean, I feel like I'm so behind. I feel like everybody be traveling like crazy, bro.
Man, I feel the same way, but I feel like also you just gotta do it. Like especially this is the time to do it. What would you say, like the top places that you want to go right now?
Right now, all right, Japan off rip.
Oh, okay,
Japan. I want to skydive in Australia for sure. Damn, too many places, bro. I'm gonna hold you. It's too many places. Amsterdam's all right. Amsterdam's on top of the list. Yeah, Amsterdam's on top of the list.
Top of the list?
Yeah, I forgot why.
I ain't never know that was somebody's top of the list.
So many places, and then Iceland.
Oh nah, you got it with that one.
It's Iceland and Greenland. No, it's Iceland. I could show you some shit. Iceland, you be like, oh wait, hold on.
I don't like the cold, bro. I'm cold right now.
Iceland's not even. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta educate yourself. You on the fucking computer, man. You doing cyber work all day. You gotta look at some shit.
Hey.
Nah, Iceland's nice. Well, that's endless places. I want to go to Canada. I want to do like a little. I want to go to what you call it? What's the thing? The carnival. I want to go to carnival. But that's endless places I want to go. Yeah. I need to make a list, actually.
I think for me, Japan is definitely up there.
Yeah?
Yeah, Japan is definitely up there.
Where have you been?
Jamaica. That's the only
Jamaica?
place. Yeah, that's where I met my girlfriend.
Oh.
That's the only time.
Wait, how you meet her in Jamaica? Is she in Jamaica right now?
No, she's from New York.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I was at the resort or something?
Yeah, it was at a resort. Yeah,
I don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going.
You don't got no time for this, I feel like, but yeah, you gotta talk about this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only place I've been, and that was last May. It was like that was the first time I ever went out the country. So I definitely want to go to. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to South Africa. Yeah, I want to go to West Africa. You know what I'm saying? I heard like it's a great experience for
Spain, Italy.
Yeah.
It's the other one. It's like 3 little countries that are be good. Good little like because the train. You take a train only like 30 minutes. You can go.
Okay.
To all the spots. It's like Spain, Italy, and like there's another one over there. I can't remember the name right now, but it's good to hit those. Like, if you want some travel recommendations, hit me, bro.
Yeah, I think also Morocco is one.
Morocco,
and then like
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai, and then I think just like the regular like Bora Bora, you know what I'm saying? Maldives.
Yeah.
You already hit, bro.
I gotta head out there.
I gotta be in one of those little tree
Bali.
things. Yeah.
Those are vacations, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take a shorty out. Can't be out that bitch like just look at the water like this is nice. Nah.
Those are one of those trips, you know what I'm saying?
Some vacation jumps, but nah, I'll do that by myself too. But yeah, Maldives. Is it Maldives?
Either one. Whatever one it is, I want to go. Oh, and St. Martin's.
St. Martin is nice. I've been to St. Martin.
You have?
Yeah, it's right next to Anguilla.
Yeah, it is.
St. Martin's nice. St. Martin. I'm trying to go back. Shit. Her family invited me out there for like that carnival. Like I'm trying to go back, bro.
Oh yeah, I want to go to a carnival.
Bro, see, that's what I'm saying. If I go.
Yeah, my girl's from DR, so I want to go there. What the hell? It's a lot.
Who is this mystery woman?
What the fuck? Met her in Jamaica. She live in New York, but she from Dominican. Like, and she's Italian too.
Oh, you? So. What the? Nah, bro. There's a lot going on right now. Wait. All right, so. No, we'll talk about this off camera. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, so you long distance?
Long distance.
How you liking that?
Oh man, it's tough. I definitely don't recommend it. But
how long y'all been long distance?
We have been ever since last year. Ever since we went to Jamaica, ever since that, like, I met her there. Like, it's not like we all went together. Like, nah, straight up, like, because I went with my parents.
So how that happen? Wait, what?
Bro.
With your parents?
I went with my parents because...
you slid off? Like, you slid?
I slid off. So, like, long story short, I went with my parents to Jamaica because we went for my graduation celebration or whatever.
Yeah.
So then we went there. It was just me and my parents. And I was like, bro, like, I don't really know nobody. Like, I'm kind of awkward dude. Like, and people think I'm like intimidating sometimes because like I'm 6'6" and like I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
I think we tall and black. Yeah, bro, I get that same shit, bro.
And I had the dreads,
right?
So
I get that same shit.
So I just feel the aura around. So, but anyways, I ended up meeting people down there. It was a good time. Then I met her, and then like we was all in this little friend group. So I wasn't trying to break the friend group.
How long y'all thought down there for?
I was up there for 5 days.
Sound like a 2-week excursion. What the fuck?
That's what it felt like. It felt like, but like end up basically like like we ended up just like forming a friend group with like a couple of her people who she came with and like a couple of people that we just met down there. Always trying to break up the friend group, blah blah blah. Finally, last day I was like, I gotta make some shit.
Wait till the last day.
She
my
still
boy.
she gets on me for that all the time.
My goodness.
She gets on me.
So y'all see each other semi-often or any?
No, we make it a mission to try to see each other every 2 weeks.
That's cute.
So she's like 3.5 hours away. So I take the little train up. I mean, no, I take the bus up.
Newark not that terrible.
Yeah,
it's OC, but it's not terrible. Like,
but I love going up there and stuff like that.
And New York's nice, right?
Yeah, it's nice. I love going up there. She live in Brooklyn.
My boy living in a fairy tale. My boy went to the last day. What? Yeah, I paint the picture for the people. Yeah, would you took it out on the sky, on the night sky? He's like,
the last day. I never forget.
I've been looking at you this whole time.
I never forget, bro. After I finished making my move, whatever, she turns around. She's like, "You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid." And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, "You gonna wait till the last day?" Blah, blah, blah. I was getting an earful the whole night, bro. And I was like, man, well, I don't know. I can't change it now. Like, you just got to. After that, everything just
I'll be sick
out.
too. Ew, cool, man.
I know,
one time.
But I ain't know she was feeling me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know all that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, though. I feel you, though. I'm terrible reading. I'm terrible. I'm not terrible at reading people, but I don't know. Women be thinking too much different shit for me. So I just be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You be laid back. You don't be trying to figure out everybody. You know, it's like, I'm just having a good time. And yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, but.
The day's last day. I would at least try the second to last day.
I literally.
Man said my flight at 5, but you know, I love you.
No, for real, bro. It was like that night. And then I had to wake up the next morning at like 8 a.m. to like leave. But I mean, hey, it worked.
It worked out.
The master plan worked at the end of the day.
It worked at the end of the day. That's tough, though.
So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but like you said, long distance is very hard.
I
think the main thing is just the communication aspect because, I mean, it's hard to really, after a long day, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to talk on the phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know
you're
what
really
you're
just
saying.
not trying to talk on the phone. Like, you're really trying to be in their presence, you know what I'm saying? Make memories, this
yeah.
and that. And so we always have a great time when we're together. But, like, sometimes, the communication, tough. Like, sometimes it's just, like...
You get agitated.
That's something I have to work on, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's like she's working, I'm working. And then, like, I'm doing YouTube and stuff like that. She got her own thing as well. And then, like, we talking late at night. We both tired, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like we both, like, trying to figure out what to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have something. But, at the end of the day, everything is just a blessing, you know what I'm saying? So
have somebody
I'm happy
to reflect your love, you know what I'm saying? All that, et cetera. Like, it's good. It's good.
Like, she's definitely, like, one of the most, like, understanding people that I've met. And, like, she, like, willing to work things out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's good, man. Have somebody that really wants to try, like, it's definitely good, man.
Especially me, because I know sometimes I can just be, I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes I can be hard to deal with sometimes, like, I just can, like, but she's, like, always just, like, like, we just gotta keep going, like, we gotta move past it, we gotta talk about it, like, we just gotta talk about everything.
Once you get to the place where y'all are in the same spot, it's gonna feel good.
Right, yeah.
Definitely the hardest part is the long distance, man. That's tough. Because I'm not a phone person really like that. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was long distance with my ex, and then I was like, honestly, after a while, we just stopped. Because I never understood, like, people, like, I'm a very, like, to the point person. So, like, I'm not, like, when people, like, want to just call me, like, just to be on the phone, like, when people like, oh, like, just don't be saying nothing. Like, I don't understand that about the generation. Like, people be like, oh, like, they call me and just put the phone down. I'm like,
see, that's kind of how I am sometimes.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later. Like,
that's kind of how I am sometimes. Like, I find myself like a lot of times like I just enjoy being in her presence, somebody's presence, stuff like that. Like, of course we talk and stuff like that, but it might be like little lulls or something. I might be on Twitter sending her tweets or something like that. Yeah. But it's like she's the type of person that she wants to talk because it's like, okay, like we've gone the whole day without really talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time to really like tap into like our emotional connections and stuff like that, which is totally understandable, and that's just something that I have to.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more effort for sure.
But
I regret a little bit because I ain't gonna say I was an asshole, but I was just like, bro, I hate this shit. Like, I'm not good at doing shit I hate. Like, you know, I'm following my passion. So when I'm doing something I don't like, it's hard for me to do it. So I was just like, man, I ain't doing this.
Yeah.
But you know, I you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It definitely takes effort though.
Yeah, it definitely takes effort, and it definitely takes compromise. Like
sure.
The main thing that I've come to understand is that communication and compromise are the main things. It's like
communication is number one.
Yeah, communication. If you don't got communication, trust, and compromise.
Yeah, communication and understanding. Like the opposite side of communication, people don't really understand is understanding. Like
exactly, and listening.
You communicate all the time, but if you're not really the other person not hearing you, ain't no point in
right, exactly. Because you can be talking, and if they're not receiving what you're saying, then that's like it's pointless.
Talk it up.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But I mean, like I feel like you'll always be able to compromise with somebody that you're willing to go the extra mile for. So,
for sure.
You know,
for sure.
If you feel as though that you like, man, I ain't trying to give up that, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like,
I mean, yeah, it's like if you enjoying the person, like like I said, like desire is the behind like everything. I ain't go to a lot of spiritual stuff, which I'm okay with actually, but desire is the driving force of everything. So you still got the desire, you're gonna want to communicate. You're gonna want to try a little bit harder to communicate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So. Definitely anything.
And at the end of the day, if it's all worth it, then you just gotta keep pushing somehow, some way. And if y'all both are, you know what I'm saying, putting y'all all into it, and y'all, you know, put the effort in, and y'all still striving to make things work, then
as long as you still enjoying it, you know what I'm saying. You enjoy it, right? Yeah. As long as you still enjoying it, like, you know, just say, you know what I'm saying. You don't work a day in your life, you enjoy what you do. So, like, it ain't really work if you really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying. I'm probably too competition like that. I'll be like, look, man, I love you too much, man. We're gonna talk this out. Cause I probably get on. I know my ex-friend used to hate that shit. Like, I'd be like, man, we're gonna talk this shit out, cause nigga, I love you too much. I ain't trying to do all. I ain't going to these streets.
Right.
I heard ain't nothing out there. Look at me now in the streets.
Yeah, definitely not.
I'm not in the streets, but yeah.
Dang. Well, all right, bro. We gonna wrap it up there. We can talk
all day. Past the limit, you said.
Yeah, facts. But you know, hopefully, you know, we can talk again. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, dog.
Definitely get you on here a couple times because we didn't get to everything, and there's always a whole bunch of more stuff to talk about. But
I
definitely appreciate you. You know, spending the time to talk.
Yeah, that's for having me.
I definitely learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you learned something from me. And
that's all the experience is learn from each other. Expansion.
So appreciate you,
my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, appreciate the listening.
You a holder, man. Hit me up, man. Hit me up about a fall league every year. I ain't playing one yet.
Hey, no, we gonna get you for spring. If you run for spring, we got you for spring.
Yeah, I'm here, dog.
All right, for sure.
But all right.
Appreciate all the listeners. If y'all enjoy, leave a like. Let us know how you appreciate it. Let me know next who you want to see on this. If you want to see Kory again, just let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with your boy.
Yeah. So all of this stuff is gonna be in the bio or just like right here. You know how it goes. But that's gonna be everything. All right. Appreciate you, my brother.
All right, Holmes. Be safe.